The Korthian Empire conquered 43 star systems in 6 months. Then they made one mistake. They attacked the academy where humans teach war. Commander Vexthor's claws trembled as he addressed the 300 cadets at Galactic Military Academy. These two humans standing before you ended the Korthian Empire, not with warships, not with weapons, with lessons. Instructor Kale Dreen stepped forward, burned scars covering half his face. Today you learn why empires fall and survivors don't. Pay attention. This lesson saves lives. Beside him, Lieutenant Maya Sterling activated the holographic display. New Chicago, day 47 of the Korthian invasion. 10,000 humans, facing 200,000 Korthian shock troops. Cadet Victor, a four-armed Valkyrie warrior with perfect combat scores, chittered dismissively. The humans won through nuclear weapons. Brute force, not skill. Wrong, Dreen said quietly. We won because we turned a city into a classroom, and the Korthians became students. The simulation played. Human defenders abandoned their fortified positions, retreating underground. Every cadet recognized the tactical failure. You never surrender the high ground. The hologram flickered with thermal signatures. Cadet Threnox leaned forward, his crystalline eyes analyzing troop movements. Standard retreat pattern. They're abandoning defensible positions. Watch the timeline, Sterling said, advancing the simulation by 6 hours. The Korthians celebrated in the streets above, planting their crimson banners on human buildings. Their commanders transmitted victory reports across subspace. The war was over, except the humans weren't retreating. They were measuring. For 47 days, we mapped every pipe, Dreen continued, every electrical conduit, every structural support. While they celebrated conquest, we studied physics, water pressure, load-bearing calculations, thermal expansion rates. Vector's combat-trained mind suddenly understood. You turned the city into a weapon. We turned the city into a classroom. Dreen corrected, and made the Korthians our students. The Korthians pursued confidently into the underground transit systems, scanning for human life signs. Their empire had crushed civilizations for 3 centuries through overwhelming force. Then the lights died. The thermal display showed Korthian troops, disoriented in absolute darkness. Then humans emerged from maintenance shafts, service tunnels, forgotten passages. They'd spent weeks mapping, controlled demolitions, strategic flooding, electrical traps. The underground became a tomb, designed by architects who'd had nothing but time. I died 17 times in that battle. Dreen said, 17 times field medics revived me. Because survivors don't quit. They adapt. The simulation ended with 200,000 Korthian bodies and the Empire's final defeat. Silence filled the classroom. Then an alarm shrieked. Hostile fleet detected. Korthian remnant forces. 12 warships. Academy shields failing. Time to breach. 4 minutes. Real, not simulation. Panic rippled through the cadets. The Academy's defenses were training systems, not combat ready. Commander Vexthor reached for the evacuation protocols. No, Sterling cut him off. She looked at the cadets. You want to know how humans survived? You have 4 minutes to learn. Dreen moved to the tactical console. This academy has 17,000 maintenance tunnels, 600 service shafts, 42 power nodes. The Korthians will breach the main hall because their sensors detect life signs there. So we hide, Vector demanded. No, Dran Smaïd. We teach. 3 minutes later, Korthian boarding parties breached the main hall. Empty. Their sensors showed scattered life signs throughout the facility. Easy targets. They didn't realize the humans had reprogrammed every training drone to emit false life signatures. The real cadets, following Dreen's rapid instructions, had positioned themselves at structural weak points, power junctions, environmental controls. Cadet Vector crouched at power junction 7, all 4 arms trembling. Her combat training screamed to fight directly, but Dreen's voice echoed in her calm. Survivors don't fight fair. They fight smart. The Korthian boarding party passed 3 meters below her position, following false life signs toward the gymnasium. She counted their footsteps, waited for the exact moment Dreen had calculated. "Mark," Sterling's voice whispered. Vector triggered the power coupling overload. Not enough to kill, enough to disable. The corridor's artificial gravity reversed, slamming the Korthians against the ceiling. Emergency bulkheads sealed automatically, trapping them. Across the academy, 300 cadets executed similar maneuvers. Each one a lesson learned, each one a human tactic applied. The Korthians had superior weapons. The cadets had superior teachers. Now, Dreen whispered, the academy transformed. Gravity plating reversed in strategic corridors. Atmosphere vented in calculated bursts. Non-lethal training weapons became lethal. When power couplings overloaded, the Korthians had superior numbers, superior weapons, and ships. But they'd entered a classroom where humans taught survival. 20 minutes later, Galactic Defense Forces arrived to find 12 disabled warships and 300 cadets standing victorious. Commander Vexthor stared in disbelief. "You weaponized an academy in 4 minutes." "No," Dreen corrected. "We turned students into survivors in 4 minutes. We've been teaching this lesson for 6 months." Cadet Victor approached, all 4 arms trembling. "You said empires fall and survivors don't. Why?" Sterling placed a hand on the young warrior's shoulder. "Because empires fight to conquer. Survivors fight to teach. And teaching is a war no empire can win." Dreen looked at each cadet. "Class dismissed. Remember, survival isn't about being the strongest. It's about being the one still standing. When a lesson ends,